Chapter 2. The moment Saladin realized he'd been tricked. Right after that first impossible charge, the battlefield didn't calm down. It twisted. Saladin, one of the greatest generals of his age, pulled back, not out of fear, but out of confusion. How does a disciplined force of 26,000 get hit so hard by 500 nights that dust clouds rise like smoke over a burning field? He lifted his helm, scanning the ridge, trying to make sense of what he saw. And that's when he realized something he hated. Baldwin had chosen this battlefield. This wasn't a random stand. This was a trap carved into the landscape itself. The ridge was narrow. The ground was uneven. Saladin's numbers couldn't spread out. Rows of troops were bottlenecking, stumbling, bumping into each other. His greatest strength, his overwhelming army, was suddenly dead weight. For a moment, Saladin stared at Baldwin across the battlefield, a teenager who should have been hiding behind fortified walls. Yet here he was, forcing one of history's most brilliant commanders to fight on his terms. And it got worse. As the Ayyubid lines tried to reorganize, a second roar cracked the air. No, not knights this time. Infantry, crusader infantry. Men who had marched miles under the sun. Men who shouldn't even have the strength to stand. Now charging down behind the cavalry like they had something to prove. The timing was too perfect. This wasn't luck. This wasn't a miracle. This was a calculated rhythm of attacks. Fast, heavy, relentless. Designed to break morale before numbers could matter. Saladin clenched his jaw. Impossible, he whispered. But it was happening. His cavalry couldn't maneuver. His archers couldn't get elevation. And worst of all, his supply caravan had been trapped on the far side of the ridge. No water, no shade, no retreat space. A commander can face an enemy, but a commander cannot face thirst. The knights sensed this panic, like wolves smell weakness, and Baldwin used it. He raised the true cross again, the sun catching the gold and lighting it like a torch. Then he shouted the words chroniclers wrote down, "Forward in God's name." The knights wheeled around for a second charge. And this one wasn't tactical. It was surgical. They punched straight towards Saladin's personal guard, the tightest, strongest part of his army, forcing him into a decision kings never want to make. Stay and die, or flee and live. Saladin chose life. He spurred his horse and rode hard for the desert line, nearly killed in the crush of his own retreating forces. For the first time in his career, he had lost not to a massive army, but to a boy with a disease, a tactical ridge, and a cavalry smaller than a village cricket team. Now tell me something, bro. Do you think Saladin feared the knights, or feared the boy leading them?